everyone, welcome back to GoHighLevel 360. In this short video tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how you can add a contact into your GoHighLevel 360 account. We will also be going through the contact profile and how you can update contact details, schedule appointments, and add tasks to your contact. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you want to do when you're logged into your account is go to the Contacts tab on the left-hand side. From here, you're going to go to the plus sign at the top. It should say Add Contact. Go ahead and click on that plus sign. It's going to open up the contact initial profile details. So this is the basic info. It's going to let you upload a personal picture of your contact or logo. You can then put in the contact first name, last name, and then we get into adding in the contact details. So under email, you'll notice that you can add additional emails. So if this is a contact that has multiple emails, maybe they have a personal email and a business email, you can go ahead and add the personal email or whichever email they would prefer to be contacted through on email 1. And then as the secondary email, you can go ahead and add the additional emails. Same thing with phone numbers. So you can go ahead and add a phone number here. If you're not sure whether this is a home, work, mobile, or landline number, you can go ahead and leave this as select and then just go ahead and input the phone number. If they do have multiple phone numbers, it's the same process as with email, except it allows you to actually select like, hey, this is the mobile number. Go ahead and put in their mobile number here, and then you can add a phone number for home, and you can add one for work as well. So let's go ahead and fill out our contact profile details. Okay, so once you're finished putting in the contact details, you can then scroll down to the contact type. Now, any new account is going to automatically give you the option between lead and customer. This contact type is something that can be customized inside the settings of your account under custom fields. I'll go over this in another video. So I'm going to go ahead and select lead. Now next we have time zone. Now as a default, the system is automatically going to choose the time zone as whatever the account time zone is set at. So if your current account time zone is set for Central or Eastern, then any new contacts you add into the system, if you don't select the time zone here, it's going to automatically update them to the account time zone. So right now my account time zone is Central, and that is what my contact time zone is, so I don't need to worry about selecting this. However, if you are dealing with people that are in different states, so maybe they are Pacific time or Eastern time, you're going to want to make sure you update this for them. So just go ahead and select, if it's PST, you can do America Los Angeles PST time zone, and that way anytime you schedule send a message or you add them to an automation with schedule sending, it's going to send out with their time zone and not your time zone. So if you schedule send something to send to them at 6 a.m., it's going to send 6 a.m. PST time and not Central time or Eastern time, not whatever the account time zone is. Lastly, you have D&D all channels. So if this contact has explicitly told you that they don't want to be texted or they don't want to be called or they don't want to be emailed, you can just go in and select what channel should be do not disturb. So if they say no to text, just go ahead and select the text box over here and it'll pop up this little red X, and then you can do the same thing for calls and voicemails. Most contacts, if you're adding them in and they want to be contacted, they're not going to be D&D for any channels yet. So I'm going to leave this empty. And then just look over, make sure you have the right details, and once you're done, you're ready to hit save. Now immediately after you hit save, it might take a few seconds to load, but it's going to take you into the contact profile. So from here, there's a few different settings that you need to know. So the first setting is on the left-hand side. This is all the contact profile details. So here you can see this is where you put in their first name, last name, email, and phone. Now, if you're wondering how to access the additional emails, you just go to this little blue number here, and if you click on it, it's going to show you both of the emails. And if you ever need to adjust, like maybe their main email should be the secondary email that you had inputted, you can just go ahead and toggle which one you want to be the primary email, and then just hit save and it'll update here. And then make sure you hit save, this green little button here. All right, and you can add additional info like their date of birth, contact source. So if they came in from Instagram, Facebook, if this was like a personal referral, you can go ahead and adjust that here. You can also adjust their contact type to customer if you need to. And then under additional info, there's some other preset custom fields GoHighLevel 360 has, like their business name, their address, website, and then of course here's the time zone that we had updated. And then there's going to be more custom fields, or there can be, depending on if you already have a snapshot in your account or if you're manually creating new custom fields. Those are all going to show up on the left hand side here. Now once you get to the point where you have a lot of custom fields, you can actually click on this hide empty fields, And that way you can go into each folder and it's only going to show you the information that's actually inputted, so it helps keep it less cluttered. Now you can also add tags to your contacts from here, as well as adding them into automations or updating their opportunities. And then if they are a part of a course or you want to grant them course offer access, you can do that from here, and same thing with communities. And lastly, you have their DND. So anytime they unsubscribe for an email, or if they reply stop to a text message, this DND is automatically going to be updated here. If they request you to do it, you can also manually update, and then it'll let you know that you manually updated them to DND or unsubscribed them from DND. So next we have the central profile here. So up at the top, you're going to notice the owner assigned to. Currently this contact is unassigned. If you have different assigned users in your account, you can go ahead and assign them from here. You can also add followers. So the reason why followers is important is sometimes a contact may need one assigned user, but you may have other users on your account that are only allowed to see assigned data that need to access this contact's information. So in that case, you would add those additional users as followers to this contact. On the right-hand side, you have the phone icon. This is going to allow you to call the contact directly from the system. And then you also have the ability to mark the conversation as read from here, and you have the ability to filter what activity you want to see. So if you only want to see the SMS messages with this contact, you can select SMS, and it's only going to show you any of the SMS messages. Same thing if you were to select call, it's only going to show you the calls that you've had with this contact, and etc. with all of these. Down at the bottom here, this is where you can send a text, send a WhatsApp, or an email message. And it's pretty straightforward. If you're on SMS, you can just go ahead and type out your message here. You can also use custom fields. So you can view hi, contact first name, and it'll automatically input the first name of that contact. And then you can attach files, put emojis, insert template snippets. So those of you who don't know, insert template snippets allows you to pre-create SMS messages. So instead of having to type out the same message to a bunch of leads, you can already have a generic message ready to go that you just select, and it automatically inputs, and you just send it over to the contact. You can also send out or request payments from here. And then this is just all the custom fields and custom values in the account. You can also choose what phone number. So if you do have multiple phone numbers on an account, you can choose which phone number you would like to send the text or call them from. And then on the right-hand side here, this is activity for the contact. So the first one is the activity where you can actually see if they came in off of social media, what website link they came in off of, when they submitted a form, when they scheduled an appointment. It's basically tracking their every move from the minute they went to your site. The next tab here is tasks. So this is where you can click on add, and you're going to be able to add tasks directly to this contact. So if you need a reminder to follow up with them in 2 weeks, follow up with them, tomorrow afternoon, give them a call, you can go ahead and create a task title, description, schedule a due date, and you can also select if it's a reoccurring task. And then you're going to want to assign a user and then hit save. Next, we have notes. So if you're on a call with this contact and you want to, put in specific notes for them, you can just go to add notes, and you can just simply type out your note here and then hit save. And then it's going to be automatically with the contact. So that way, if somebody else needs to come in to this contact profile and needs to follow up with them and they're unsure of information on this contact, this basically allows them to go in and see whatever notes you have on them, and it helps give them a brief overview of the contact and any previous conversations with them. Next up, we have appointments. So you can go ahead and click on add, and you can actually schedule contact appointments directly from here. Now, when you are scheduling from here, you do have to select the calendar, and you have to manually input an appointment title. So this could be, consultation with, and then you could put the contact's first name and then the username, something like that. You want it to show time slots. I prefer to do this in the contact time zone. That way I know that I'm scheduling them for the correct date and time. Then you select the date, go ahead and select the time. And then once that's done, you can go ahead and hit book appointment, and it's automatically going to schedule the appointment for the contact. From there, you have documents. So anytime you send out a document to the contact or they send you a document through the system, it's automatically going to store it inside documents here. So you can toggle between internal, sent, and received. So internal is going to be anything you manually upload to the contact or they upload it via a form. Sent is going to be any contacts that have been sent to the contact, and received is going to be any contracts that they have sent you, either through submitting a survey or submitting a form. Next up, you have payments. So payments is going to allow you to actually track any transactions, subscriptions, or invoices with this contact. And you can also add a card on file for the contact, charge them, create a subscription for them, or create an invoice from them directly from the contact profile. And then lastly, we have associations. So associations is something new. I'll go ahead and do another video on it for you guys, but basically, if you are dealing with a contact that is associated with, let's say, here's a good case example. There is a mentorship programs for teens, and a lot of the times they have the parent 1 contact, parent 2 contact, and teen 1 contact. So what associations allows us to do is it allows us to connect the parent and the teen, where I can easily toggle. If I'm in the teen profile here, I can go to associations and I can attach the parent's profile information, or I can just click on it and it takes me into the parent's contact info. Again, I'm just giving you a brief rundown. I'll have to do another video explaining this because this is something that has to be manually set up inside the settings of your account. This is a brief rundown and overview, if you will, of the contact profile, how you can add a new contact into your GoHighLevel 360 system, as well as how you can customize the contact info inside their contact profile. If you guys have any GoHighLevel questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to see more GoHighLevel tutorials, content like this, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.